Hello everybody. Apa kabar? And welcome to Virtually Peranakan Fest 2024. My name is Baba Alvin Un from Peranakan Sayang, hosting this festival from Singapore. Now, this is our fifth year presenting this online festival featuring all things Peranakan from around the region. We'd like to say hello to everyone watching this show and this program. Do say hello and share your views or ask questions in the comments section. We certainly hope you enjoy the program. So do like or follow our Peranakan Sayang Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have yet to do so to support our efforts in keeping our Baba Nyonya communities connected and of course our culture alive and kicking. As always, it is my pleasure to have my kaki. He co-hosting this festival with me, and he is from Malacca. So let's welcome Baba Cedric Tan. Hello, Baba.
Hello. How do you do,
Ah,
Baba Alvin? How's everybody in
bagus
Singapore?
eh. How's everything in Malacca?
Hot, sunny. I
Hot,
I hope the rain
sunny.
comes soon. It's getting hotter and hotter right now.
I'd like to
Whew.
thank you so much for co-hosting this festival and the past festivals as well. It's so great to have you on board.
I'm glad to be back. My third year in running, and I
Mhm.
think it's one way of showing our love for the culture and also to
Absolutely.
encourage other people to come and share as well.
Betul, ba. Now,
Yeah.
this first program that we have for this year's festival is a very interesting one indeed, and she is one of our good friends. She is Lillian Tong. Are you looking forward to this program, ba?
This completes the whole street settlement thingy, the Singapore, the Malacca, and up north Penang. Yes, definitely. I'm looking forward to her presentation as well.
Correct. She's going to present on the Baba Nyonya embroidery, Felicity and blessings on silks and brocade. As you all know, she is the museum director of the Penang Peranakan Mansion. She's also an author, of course, Once Upon Kamcheng and the Straits Chinese embroidery beadwork. So without further ado, let's bring on our first presenter. She is Nyonya Lillian
Dato' Lillian
Tong.
Tong, yay!
Hello.
Hi! Welcome everybody and all the kawan-kawan, especially Alvin and Cedric for hosting. And of
Yes,
course, this year is a very special year because Kabaya has been inscribed as the intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO. So
yay.
this Peranakan Festival, we are celebrating more. And
Excellent.
so I'm Lillian Tong, and the talk that I'm giving today will be from the contents that I
Book,
wrote
yeah.
in this book. Yeah,
Hmm.
the beadwork and embroidery. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
it's a
begin.
beautiful book. Okay, so we're going
Over
to
to you.
leave Lillian to continue with her wonderful presentation, and we'll be back in a while.
So we are going to talk about the embroidery work, and they are very special because uh, when I was writing this book, I came across all the motifs. Now, a piece of silk is already beautiful by itself, but the motifs and what it symbolizes on the baju makes it an added value, a blessing that the person dressed in it or the house adorned with it. It has got hopes and wish of whatever that is good is coming into the house and on the person that's wearing the baju. Okay, then we shall see that. So today we're just limiting it to Chinese silks and brocade. So Chinese silk was, of course, if you see the old baju, especially the wedding outfits and the one worn by the brides on the third day, they had a certain luster because of the way the silk fiber is prismatic in structure, and it reflects light from all. It's just like the manet potong, reflecting light. And silk was so important that a length of silk cloth in those days was a monetary standard in China. That means even the soldiers, they were paid in bales of silk. Then of course Chinese brocade is where the amhua or the hua pu, that means the floating flowers on brocade, and they were luxurious, and of course, with intricate weave and rich colors. And so, already, can you imagine the Baba Nonyas back in those days? Already the baju, the brocade is so wonderful, so beautiful with floating or raised flowers. And they want to put some more embroidery on top of it. Yeah, more is more. So let's see. So silk was so important that is why we have something called the Silk Road. Can you imagine this trade that went on for hundreds of years, and have people like Marco Polo traveling from Venice to Xanadu to Kublai Khan? It was for the sake of silk. And why is it called the Silk Road? Because, like I said before, silk was a monetary standard. That means goods were exchanged for silk. So with silk, you can buy a lot of things. So that's how important the Chinese silk was. Now, on the embroidery that was done on the silk and brocade are basically on three types of stitches. We'll just make it simple. Of course, there are many types of knots even, like the picking knots. There are many types of knots. So satin or stitch, which is just like our sulam, go up and down, up and down, up and down. And of course, made from silk thread, so very shiny and nice. The picking knots, some people say it's not called picking knots, Chinese bind and whatever other names. And many forms of doing it is using silk thread or cotton floss. So it's floss, filaments, very fine. And of course, couching, which is metal thread. Actually, it's not metal thread. It's like metallic thread and having a silk stitch over to hold it down. Okay, let's see the stitches. So that satin stitch, which is like what our sulam does. So it's so fine. Can you imagine those days? And I also now have learned another technique where the back won't, like you take the thread over and then at the back you come down and then you take the thread over. No, there's another technique where you take the thread up and then you move the needle to the next space and bring it down. And then you move the needle to the next space and take it up. So at the back of the cloth, you don't see the thread. So it doesn't make it like puffy or what. It's very flat and nice. Next is the picking knots. So I've got pictures that shows you how, taken from the internet, how it's done. And you see how even just with knots, they made the gradation from light to dark. So it's like a light effect, shadow effect. Then what are couching? So couching was a silk thread that goes over metal thread. So it's one piece of silk, one piece of metal thread. Then you have the silk thread going over to hold it down. So now, if you come to Penang Peranakan Mansion or you see the old wedding clothes, this metallic threads have many shades, like many shades of gold. The kim gold or the lux kind of gold, very nice, rose gold, even shades of silver. So when they are doing the waves, they have these different colors and to add on to this, already the gold thread is of different colors. They will then use the silk thread to hold it down, also of different colors. Like especially I find a lot is yellow, green, and red, usually red. They will hold the thread. So the effect is, it gives you a very beautiful effect. It's different. It's not like just plain flat. Okay. So these are some of the threads that were used from long ago. So you see, they were bought from Europe. So imagine European threads and Chinese silks. See how we were Baba Nonyas, East and West. Yeah, we are all mixed up and happy about it. So embroidery in a Baba Nonya home is usually found on traditional clothing. So a lot of our grandpas are Qingtao mandarins. And so there was power robes and wedding robes and also maybe ordinary days, but usually for weddings. Then they were on accessories, just like Manet. They were on, embroidery was on sashes, on purses, pouches. That means there's a gold thread thing, yeah, or even gold filaments on shoes and hair accessories for the old ladies at that time. And then they were in home furnishings, wall panels, curtains, valance, eagle. Eagle is the pretty red things that covers the chair, is on the cushion and covers the chair. Or sometimes maybe not even cushion, just the chair for weddings and New Year's. Then decorative items for the house, and that is also given to friends and guests. And of course, ceremonial and festive decorations, which is our Baba Nyonya wedding and during Chinese New Year. Okay, so the motifs that are found, you understand that they're all picked and they are chosen and selected certain motifs, flowers, fruits, plants for what they stand for. So for me, if I got a baju, I would like peony and I would like lily and I would like orchids, which we'll find out why. And I like deers. Not, of course, it stands for longevity, but I like deer because they're cute and beautiful animals. Then, of course, there's fruits, flowers, plants, animals, auspicious symbols, imperial elements, so the dragon come into play, and religious patterns. And less found is classic literature, landscape, and poetic and calligraphy themes. So let's see. Flowers, and of course, we find most delight in the peony because it's then down there maybe a chrysanthemum or a sunflower. Surprisingly, as China, they like sunflower too, and birds. So this one is a peony, and how beautiful that is done in blue against a red background. And then we have fruits, flowers, and plants. Besides the peony, actually all the flowers seems to have, because they're auspicious, so always the Chinese must have wealth. So a lot of flowers means wealth or beauty. So for peony is fame, wealth, spring, beauty is a queen of flowers. Riches, honor, respectability. So like a peony woman, full of honor and respect. And it's a symbol of surprise, masculine beauty. So when the phoenix come down on the peony, you must see whether the peony is the masculine or the feminine, and the phoenix, whether they are masculine or feminine. So we shall find out later. Chrysanthemum, it represents mid-autumn and pleasure, and also the symbol for feminine beauty. Orchid, why I love orchids? Elegance, grace, refinement, embodiment of human virtue. Now, what I particularly like about orchids is that they also represent a scholarly gentleman, one who has integrity, who is noble, who is learned, and so that's why I like the orchid. And also, it represents love, fertility, noble. Oh, here it goes, noble and scholarly gentleman. Then the lotus. But I'm sure when the ladies, the Nyonyas, when they had this symbols, they probably don't know the deeper meaning. No, it's like, oh, I like orchids, I like chrysanthemums, I like lotus. So lotus is a significant flower in Chinese weddings, primarily because it represents purity for the bride and longevity and honor. Lotus seeds, missing 1D. Lotus seeds and flowers, plenty of seeds, plentiful children, particularly sons. Now look at this. What do you think this is? It's massive. It's a bedspread. And imagine lying on a bed of lilies. A bit prickly because they are gold thread. Okay, let's see what lilies meant and why this was chosen as a bedspread. Okay, it symbolizes bring sons to the family, motherhood, and a long and happy union for 100 years. So imagine the couple sleeping on this. Yeah, so it's a wish for the family to do so. And now this robe, when I first saw it, it's like, okay, why is a man wearing a flower power outfit? Oh yes, this is flower power. 100 flowers, meaning that there's 100 flowers and every flower that represents something is wished on that man. hibiscus, sunflower, lily, plum blossom, narcissus. So all these have got meanings and they are wished upon the man or the groom who is wearing this. Then we have pomegranates. Again, pomegranates, lots of seeds. So plentiful children, fertility, abundance, posterity, many offerings, offsprings and descendants, and numerous and virtuous offspring. And also because the fruit is in an auspicious red color. Then the peach is toll for marriage and immortality. So it's used for weddings and for celebrating Tua Sanjit. Besides, it's a queen. It is found in and grown in the Queen Mother of the West's garden. Monkey King stories, where the Monkey King went and stole the peach. Plum blossoms represents beauty and winter. And as the first flower to bloom after winter, it symbolizes courage and hope and a symbol of longevity due to a legend, which too long to tell. Okay, then plum. Now, these three, plum, blossom, pine, and bamboo, are usually found together. So the Chinese have got like 3 or 4 motifs, birds or plants found together. So when the plum, pine, and bamboo is found together, they all signify longevity and could combine together. They are the 3 friends. Now, bamboo is one of my also favorite motifs because they represent strength, upright, resilience. See the bamboo, when you, okay, the bamboo is used for hitting snakes because when it hits the snakes, someone told me, it will sting. It doesn't like, if it's stiff, then cannot get the snake, right? So it will bend. So it's resilient. It stands for integrity, honesty, humility, because inside kosong, so very humble, empty yourself, and restraint. Look at this, another bedspread. Dancing with butterflies and swallows and lilies and orchids, chrysanthemums and plum blossom. Oh, the birds chirping among the flowers can sleep or not. Okay, so butterflies are always shown for marital as a marital symbol because they are considered to mate for life. So they are joyful and they symbolize marital bliss and fidelity. So because they mate for life, just like I think the next one is Mandarin ducks. Also, they mate for life. So marital love and bliss and fidelity. So you'll see that in a lot of wedding barang-barang lah, like the beige spread and all that. Rooster and hen. I remember when I first became active in the Peranakan Association, I was wondering why these old aunties they like to wear cockerel on the baju. I mean, is it not phoenix, not peacock, but cockerel? Okay, so because it represents nurturing. It is 2 genders, so one of each. Nurturing, fertility. The rooster is protective, punctuality, because it crows in the morning, always, very punctual. Honesty, bravery, fighting spirits. And of course, cockerel, they are brave. And they can fight because of sometimes the food that is fed onto them. For example, in Sarawak, where my daughter is working, her neighbor raises roosters for fighting, for sabong ayam. So they are fed special diet and they're injected with I don't know what lah. So to make them more garang. Now peacocks, auspiciousness, happiness, good fortune, feminine grace, fulfillment. And of course, its magnificent tail feathers represents, so grander. Besar-besar open up, affluence, success, and beauty. The crane is a good symbol for longevity, usually immortality. So used for old people's birthday and Tua Sajid, if they want to wish for long life and old age. And also pine trees, because pine trees are evergreen and they can endure severe winters for hundreds, if not thousands of years. So they're so strong and boleh tahan mati. So they are also a symbol for longevity. So here are cranes. See, the pairing again. Crane with pine trees. You understand, right? Pine trees because they are enduring and for old age. Crane for old age. And a peach also pictures of immortality among clouds. So it's a very a combination. And then I see bamboo leaf. So it's a good combination of longevity symbol. Now, some funny things. I can't quite make out if it's a mouse, rat, or rabbit. So here it goes. If it is a mouse or a rat, then it represents wisdom, wealth, and of course, the mouse was the first to go before the Jade Emperor. That's how they end up as the first in the zodiac sign. Intelligence, prosperity, fertility, and they are resourceful. If it's a rabbit, then it's longevity. So sometimes we can't make it out whether it's a mouse, rabbit, or even a squirrel. See, at the bottom of the screen, so there is this lotus with the two birds coming down. They are probably Feng Huang and not so much phoenix. And then look at the two squirrels. What are squirrels doing there? So they are at the end there. And of course, they also symbolizes multiplying with lots of kids. Longevity deer. Now, the deer is already symbol of longevity, but the spotted deer is fantastic. It's special. So when I was researching my book, I found that it says that the spotted deer, and I hitched up my sarong and ran to check the curtain. Yes, a spotted deer is ultra special because you see the antlers are velvety. Why? Because they ate the lychee. On their mouth is always a lychee. So they eat the lychee, which is also representative for longevity. So eating long life, and then got velvet antlers and velvet hooves and spotted deer. They are more special than ordinary deers. Now look at this. It is like a table runner, but not so big. And they have a stylized show. There's a thread running around this piece of embroidery. And then there are alternate precious items alternating with animals: lions, mouse, deer, elephants. Elephant for strength, wisdom. The Indians and Hindus also see the elephant for wisdom, representing wisdom, high moral character, and good fortune. And then there's a kailing and a tiger. And then you see there's a phoenix coming upon the vase, which is overflowing with flowering peony. And you see this peony has got 3 stages: the big flower, the maiden young girl flower, and a bud. So when it is shown in this, it means like generations and also a sequence of time. And what's even cuter is look at the shrimp at the corners, the inside corners, prawns or shrimp, because shrimp sounds like ha, so it's a ha 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 ha, very happy. Okay, the phoenix, of course, is a queen of all birds, and it's queen because it's composite of many birds. Apa, the good things are they have every part. Okay, it symbolizes virtue, grace, yin and yang, because it was from can represent male and female, love and matrimony. And so then it's hybrid, feminized. So actually it was male. Then it became a feminine symbol because the dragon came into being. And the male will have 5 or odd numbers of long serrated tail feathers. I see in Kamcheng sometimes 3. And the female will have 2 curling feathers. Okay, now, of course, the dragon is one of the animals, and this is a fantastic depiction. But later we'll see why. Why is it on a lady's wedding outfit? You know, for us Nyonyas, we don't want to put dragons on ourselves because it's for a man, and it's not good for a woman to have on a man's symbol because you cannot bear it because it's too strong. Okay, next. Okay, so back to the other one. Alvin, back to the dragon motif. Okay, now the dragon is always or mostly portrayed with a flaming pearl. And so you see this baju that was for a bride. When I saw it, it's like, hey, something salah. But why? Could it be that the bride is about to be married to somebody of noble birth, like a prince? Or she herself came from a princely family? Because when Yongle Emperor of the Ming Dynasty took over the throne, he massacred all his brothers and anybody with a claim to the throne. And some of them ran over to Sumatra, Indonesia, and Malaya. So maybe this family is from the princely family, and the daughter is getting married, and it's about time they know that we are from a princely family. We are imperial. So this woman, this bride wears a dragon. Why is it imperial? Look at the claws. 5 claws. 5 is reserved only for the emperor. 4 maybe for the princes and the dukes. Then 3 for the lower ranking officials or royal family. And if any of us dare to have 5 claws or even 3 claws, we will have not our claws chopped off, our heads chopped off. And the dragon is going for the pearl. And look around it is clouds because it's very celestial. So this dragon is on the clouds, and clouds is a very good meaning, like that goes on and on, multiplying, plentiful. And at the base is the sea. So this dragon rules over the heavens and the sea. There should be an earth somewhere. Okay, so then you see clouds also sounds like the fat and pat and luck and all that. Good fortune, and combined with bats, the amplified meaning, and cranes and other symbols of longevity, it really highlights it. So pekat one your blessing. Now 5 colored clouds are good omen, which also sometimes the clouds are made to look like bats. So 5 clouds, 5 bats are very good omen, especially red bats. But clouds, 5 colors. Then the Kailing is a beautiful animal. It's a unicorn, but it's the Chinese unicorn. So it also has got dragon head and deer body, and usually the arrival of sons or bridegroom. Then here is a lion. So lions and for Tok Vi. Now the term Tok Vi is from Tok is table, right? Teng Tok. For Penang Hokkien, Teng Tok, long table, Tok Panjang. So Tok Ui is Ui. That means surround. So that's how you get Tok Ui. Okay. And of course the Pat Sian there. And bats, longevity again, and then again amplified and more pronounced because there is show in the middle of on your right hand side. That show is the word for longevity. And of course, this is longevity show. Hey, I think it's upside down, but it's okay. Yeah, so it's actually it was used for in the Chinese writing also. These trigram things. So it came out here. Then knots are very important because they are made from a single cord and without beginning, without end. And so it is a reunion, peace, warmth, marriage, love that goes on and on without beginning, without end. And of course, the red cord is the stories that when a couple, the reason why people get married together and found each other on earth is because in heaven, they were already tied together with a red string to their feet. So when they come down on earth, they will then find one another and be married. So knots are very special. And of course, the knot words have got different meanings in different contexts, which for us who are English educated, we don't really know what it means. But yeah, so from you see to unite, to marry, to bear fruit, so every good thing. Then this, okay, this looks like a mountain, but it is not. It is the wish granting gem. All that your heart desires. If you wish upon it, it will come true. So the little mountain with that things like fire coming out is the wish granting gem. And it is upon waves. So you see the waves. And at the bottom, the Kunlun Mountains. So in a lot of our ceremonial robes, we have these lines, okay, and they go this way, and so they represent the Kunlun Mountains. And so is that the wish is that may your life be as long as the Kunlun Mountains. And also the Kunlun Mountains is the abode of the gods. See, in your K-drama and in your Chinese drama, all the gods live on mountains, right? The Kunlun Mountains. And then the waves. So it's again land and sea and the wish granting pearl. Dragonfish, oh, that was the symbol that Malacca used for their Peranakan convention recently. It holds potent and auspicious power because it is from the Li Tiao Longmen, which is the cup jumping over the dragon gate. And those cups that are able to do it, they are very special. So they turn into golden cups. And after 500 years, they turn into dragons. So it symbolizes transformation. And usually a wish that your son or the bridegroom will one day, who is now a golden cup, will become a dragon. Yeah. And this one is surrounded by bats and all that. And so then we move on to the other lucky symbols. So around it are all the vases. Ping, ping sounds like peace. Yeah, so it's lucky. Then the next picture is also peaches and the gods and bats. So all these are lucky symbols, good fortune. Now the dragon just now we saw with the flaming pearl represents the emperor and imperial power. So the pearl is a ball of qi, the creative force of the universe before there was anything. Maybe it's like God lah, and he can speak and then the world was made. So this is a qi. And the endless cycle of transformation, it also, because it's round, represents the moon, which is feminine. So the dragon is trying to get the moon. Perfection. Remember, moon, full moon. That's why you eat iya. All things round is perfection. And then the flame is zeal, love of virtue, brilliance of spirit, and intellect. Can you imagine your children wishing them brilliant spirit? So here is the dragon with all the symbols. And again, in the mountains, the clouds, celestial background, with the Kunlun Mountains and the waves. The Kunlun Mountains to wish you life as long as the Kunlun Mountains. And the waves is, may your happiness be as vast as the eastern seas. So look at this rope. Oh, all the blessings on it. Oh, very, very hockey already, the bride. Now, another imperial symbol is the ruyi. So when you see designs like this, it's a ruyi. And of course, within that, you can see the Chinese classical literature, stories, and classics scenes, maybe like the Three Kingdoms, are all embroidered on it, but not so often in big pieces, but usually in small pieces like this. So this is a ruyi. The ruyi is a scepter, imperial scepter, and and the word ruyi actually also from the Mandarin, 万事如意. May you have all that your heart desires. May your wish come true. So ruyi is good. Citron is a fu shou, it's called. So it's Buddha's hand and means happiness and longevity besides being a Buddhist symbol. Pakwa. And these are bed hangings. So it's to deflect all the evil that is going to trouble or kacau the bridal couple. So hung on the in front of the wedding bed. And the pakwa is the ultimate of all things in heaven and on earth. It represents the Chinese early knowledge of the universe and the 8 natural phenomena of sky, earth, thunder, wind, water, fire, mountains, and lake. And here are more symbols that you will find. They are always together. So sometimes the 8 immortals are also shown in symbols, not in persons. So these are the precious things that when the earlier slides shows the animals with the lion and tigers, in between are all these symbols, either Buddhist symbols or auspicious lucky symbols. And a swastika. The swastika represents like ongoing, and usually it's supposed to face right. So or face left. There are different ways, but for the Chinese, actually they use both ways. But usually it will say forward clockwise, and it represents the universe, creation, and God. So on this phoenix or rosy cloud collar, phoenix collar, they have embroidered the swastika on it. And of course, themes from the Chinese classics literature and poetry, such as the Three Kingdoms, which we Baba Nonyas who are English educated don't understand. But it's pretty. And of course, our embroidery is found in our baju, from the top to the bottom on our shoes. Oh, look at this young bridegroom going to wear this gold embroidered boots, and handkerchiefs, which we can do ourselves. Yeah, so these are not like ordered from Shanghai or Beijing or Suzhou. And embroidery our purses. You know, we love all these cantik manet things. So you see, all these tinsel and gold threads are all embroidered, and a beautiful brocade base for this pouch. And this is a bedspread. It is a bedspread. I don't think it's a bed sheet because I can't imagine sleeping on a bed like this. It's very prickly, but it's pretty lah. So can tahan lah. And curtains, ayo, imagine the embroidery work got to go having to do that on a curtain, ayo. Okay, so see, on the right is the rooster and a hen. Yeah, for this wedding couple. And see our wedding bed, all the valance and the curtains, so cantik. And then the bride and the groom, and then the bedspread and the pillowcase, everything embroidered. Such care and such love for the arts and aesthetics of embroidery work. So here we have the valance, and the two pieces of cloth there are curtain binds or curtain hooks. So they hold the curtains together. See the curtains and the curtain binds, so beautiful. And of course, even our chairs mesti pakai cantik. So these are the e-gyok used for chairs for weddings and Chinese New Year, or maybe Tua Sajit lah. And of course, this is what Tok Wei. See, there's Citron, the Buddha's hand, and of course, this beautiful baju that is from the Peranakan Museum. Yeah, amazing. The silk work and then the embroidery work that's done on it. So we Nonyas are quite fashionistas. This is the rosy cloud collar. So it's called the phoenix collar. And then there's this kiam, which is the tassels coming down. So we love our embroidery. And not only on the bridal couple, see. Look at the umbrella. Also have embroidery work. So, you know, everything is so ornate, so baroque, so opulent, if not ostentatious. And of course, our lanterns. This one is, I think, from the Chi family home in Malacca, from Auntie Hong. So it's very beautiful, and different sites have got different animals now. And look at the bridal couple and the groom, all cantik, all embroidered with all the facilitations and the blessings that their parents wish upon them, the elders wish upon them when they chose this clothes for them. Penang bride and Malacca bride. So thank you, Kamsia, and thank you for joining Peranakan Sayang talk and for taking your time to view this embroidery collection.
Wow, that was a wonderful presentation. It looks so beautiful, so much detail. Bah, what do you think about the presentation?
I guess a lot of work has been put into place. Yeah, I mean, having to arrange and to photograph these pictures and then to collate the important parts, that's really a lot of work to be done.
My baju, I embroidered for my Tua Sajit.
Wow.
So I did it during COVID time, the 2 years. Yeah, so and of course I chose some things which I don't know what it means, but I like it lah. Then I have at the back. So I
Wow, that
sulam.
looks amazing.
Okay, nice. That's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
Yeah.
Well
that's a
done.
lot of work.
Well done.
You know, we have so many viewers from around the world. For those of you who are watching right now, if you have any questions that you want to ask Lillian, we can perhaps answer a few of your questions. So do type your questions in the comment section, whether either on YouTube or on Facebook. So Lillian, with all this information that you have, learning about all these brocades and embroidery, what would you like to share with people, and how would people learn and discover more about it?
I think for me is delving deeper into things instead of superficial. Like when you see a beautiful baju, oh yeah, that's so beautiful. But until when I started writing this book and doing research, then I realized that oh, everything that is sewn on has meaning. So it becomes more meaningful. Like so, when I see a piece of embroidery, it's like okay, why would this Nyonya choose this baju?
Mm.
And when I see a baju, I can say, oh, this one is for old lady Tua Sanjit one because the crane and the pine, not the wedding dress, even though it's nice, you know.
Mm.
So it gives you like kind of insider knowledge or enlightenment when you are viewing a nice baju. So the bride's baju, I like to inspect and see, when the mother chose for her daughter, what did she wish for? And it will be all on the baju, like my baju lah. So what I
Yeah.
chose for myself.
We've got a couple of questions. We've got one from Lo Ken Wing. Where can we learn the embroidery skill?
Actually, you can actually during my time, so
Yeah.
you know how old I am. We were in school. We have needlework classes, and we learn having both stitch lah, apart, all sorts of stitches, buttonhole stitch and all that, and even this picking knots. Yeah, they call it French knots then. Of course, French knots more like atas because they go round more times. So we learned that in school. So it's like easy. It's something we can learn. But I suppose now you can do on YouTube tutorial.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And Sharon's got a question from Australia. I love embroidery. Where can I get your book, please? Yes, that's a good question.
You know, the silly thing is, my book's not sold in bookshops. It's only sold in Peranakan Mansion or Penang.
Okay.
So you ask Arvin for my contact, yeah? Okay.
Yes. So Sharon, if you want to get the book, you got to come back to Penang because she's from Penang. So when you come back to Penang next time, you can go to the Penang Peranakan Mansion and grab a book from Lillian.
Or you can go to my Facebook, Lillian Tong, and send me a messenger message.
Fantastic. Okay, that has been a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, Lillian, for that really very interesting and detailed presentation about the embroidery and brocades as well. So that's very good. So thank you so much, Lillian. That's all the
Thanks so
time
much,
that we have
Lillian.
for this
Yeah.
segment. I'd like to thank Lillian for doing this presentation and joining us for the festival. I'd also like to thank my co-host, Baba Cedric Tan, for joining me in presenting this festival. Now we've got the
Thank you
next
everyone
program.
for watching.
Yeah, thank you. The next program is going to start pretty soon. It's at 2 p.m. We're going to Melbourne. Yay! We're going to have a presentation on the Peranakan Kaleidoscope. Margaret De Silva and friends will be doing something fun online with everybody. So do go on to the next link and join us for the next program in our virtually Peranakan Fest 2024, organized by Peranakan Sayang. My name is Baba Elvin Un. Thank you very much, Baba Cedric Tan, and of course, Nyonya Lillian Tong. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.